Hey guys, this is MB from underdogchance.com and welcome back to my daily NBA betting mall projections for today, November 22nd, Wednesday. Yesterday I didn't create a video. I made projections, but I didn't find any value. But then later I didn't have time to create a video. I posted these projections in our Discord group as well. But later, as I said, I didn't create a video. And with NBA, this is something I already talked about. One of the challenges is that in the morning or before the game start, many games will not be offered by serious bookmakers because they are waiting for the latest informations, and then you need to be quick with this information. If you have, I will explain this on one real example today with Milwaukee and Boston. I have here. But anyway, 7-8 so far, -1 unit profit. Amazing closing line value number so far. And the goal is to make 15 units. And exit is -20 units. Okay, so this is something I recommend if you bet on sports, that you set the goals, and both goals, right? The high goal and the low goal, where you want to reorganize or something like that, because then you know what you're doing, you know what you expect, and you also don't make emotional bets when you, I don't know, when everything is going fine, and then you have a feeling that you will keep winning, and then you start losing, because betting is always ups and downs, ups and downs. And if you set the goal in the season, then you can take the profit that you want to make and then reinvest this profit into other assets. I think we will have some good opportunities in 2024 in terms of investment. So if you can make some profits and reinvest in other assets, this is then double win. I don't want to talk about financial investments because I'm not expert on this field. I just do this for myself, and I recommend that you also do your own research for that area. Okay, so I will stick to sports betting and projections. Today we have a lot of games in NBA. I have already one qualified bet, and I have two more games where we need to make comments. Okay. But let's start with the first game, Denver against Orlando Magic. Based on my projections, Orlando should be +1, bookmakers +4. Because of that, I think we have small value with Orlando Magic +4. Okay, I'm looking for a 5 point difference. Uh, and this is 3 point difference. It would be even better for 7 point difference for the biggest value place. So there is still 2 point difference I would need. And bookmakers, serious bookmakers, still don't have the odds. So those are bookmakers total. They don't have bookmakers total. So there might be some lineup changes. I don't know. But even at this moment, this is still not qualified bet. Washington, Charlotte, based on my projections, Charlotte should be -2.5 there, -4.5. So maybe small value with Washington to cover this 4.5. Maybe they're a little bit underrated in this game. Miami against Cleveland. Bookmakers are waiting for the line because we are waiting for Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, right? If he will play or not. And then if I change this in the lineup, the spreads will change. So if you have my betting model, then you can reproject it later if you're quick, if you know if he will play or not. I think he's probable for today. So he might play, and then Cleveland should be a little bit bigger favorite. And if you can get good line, then this could be a good bet. Okay, Toronto, Indiana. I have Toronto at +4, my Indiana -4. But again, if bookmakers don't offer the odds yet, most bookmakers, I'm talking about Circa, Pinnacle, and those bookmakers, serious bookmakers, if they don't have the odds yet or the lines, then they're waiting for some information, for more action, so they can form the spread. And once they have a little bit sharper spreads, they can accept bigger bets. Okay, so this is the difference between sharp bookmakers and soft bookmakers. Sharp bookmakers will have much more efficient lines, much, let's say, much sharper, much precise, which are harder to beat. But because they are more confident in their lines, they will also allow you to bet against them much more money, right? Soft bookmakers are a little bit different, right? So they will move the lines quickly. They also limit you quickly. They will also accept smaller bets. Their lines are not that effective, so you can find uh, earlier value there as well. So those are pros and cons of both. Okay, when I started betting, of course, I started betting with local bookmakers once they started, and online with smaller sports, soccer, everything else, basketball as well, baseball. And then once they started banning me, limiting my plays, then of course I had to go to bigger players, uh, focusing on more US sports betting exchanges, and then I could bet four figures as a bet, and then this was a real game. But if you bet, I don't know, smaller leagues, if your bankroll is below, I don't know, 10,000 or 5,000, below 5,000, if your bankroll is 5,000, your unit is 50 American dollars, right? If you do it right, betting $50 per game or $100 per game, most of the sports will be accepted, most of the leagues will be accepted for this small amount. And this is something I also recommend. So if you have small bankroll, we are talking about less than 10,000 American dollars, or 5,000 American dollars. If you have a smaller bankroll, I think, this is my opinion, it is better to focus on betting knowledge, so you can develop your own betting system, own betting model for smaller leagues, less sharper markets, where you can find the value and where you can beat these smaller markets, and then slowly move up to the big leagues, because most bettors in USA, they bet on NFL, which is the sharpest market, or NBA, and they don't have bankroll of 10,000 American dollars, so they could be much better in smaller markets, because the money is the same. If you bet NFL or if you bet, I don't know, Swedish basketball, the money is the same, the profit is the same, but the competition is completely different. Okay, so if you go with your $100 per bet in multi-million market, like, or not billion market, right, like NFL, you're going against the smartest minds in the industry, against smartest algorithms, against smartest betting models, and most people don't have any analysis. Most people are just following picks. So maybe it is better to go, I don't know, with some smaller markets, low fruits markets, if the bankroll is small, and then you start building it. You get more experiences. You get better on your way. You start building your own betting models. During that time, you invest in your knowledge, so you become better, and then you start. Once the bankrolls are getting bigger, and once you see that you cannot bet your amount on, let's say, Swedish basketball, this is something I always say. It can be any other small market, but once you see that you cannot bet smaller markets, that you have more money that you want to invest, then of course you start going to the big markets, right? This is probably better way. Of course, I'm not telling you what to do, but if you just think logically, if you go against the smartest minds in the planet, who are betting five, six, sometimes seven figures, and you're betting $10, $50 American, $100 per game, maybe you should go in the lower leagues. This is similar to poker, right? Because my story with poker was this: back then when I was young, I tried poker, I don't know, for a couple of days. Okay, and first there were websites for poker, and where you could, I don't know if the sites offered the same, but you could play with imaginary money. Okay, so not real money. They give you some, I don't know, some coins or something like that, and you could play just against other players who don't spend money. So it was not real money. And then I was good against them, right? So then I said, okay, I will add $50. It was exactly $50. And I don't know what was that first stake, or how to say, first pot. It was very small, right? I don't know, a couple of cents. And I was good against them as well, okay, because all these players were not good, and I was also not good, okay, but I made, I don't know, from 50 to 70 American dollars, let's say. or maybe 100. I don't remember because this was 20 years ago or something like that. And then I thought, okay, I'm good. I can go to bigger leagues. And when I went to play against poker players who were risking much more, they were much better players. Okay, so I was not good enough for that big league. And this is very similar to sports betting. Okay, so most people don't have enough betting skills, enough betting knowledge. Most people don't even know how to create betting model. Most people don't know what are closing line value numbers. Most people don't even know how to turn decimal into American odds. And those are all kind of basic things. And they try to beat NFL market or NBA market. So I'm not saying that you should not bet, but this is just the reality. Like it was reality with me with poker. So I couldn't. So then back then when I tried poker, right? There are only two ways. So either I go deep and I start researching poker. So I should buy courses, seminars, books about poker because there were a lot of this stuff already, right, on the internet. Or I simply go all in sports betting. And of course, I decided for sports betting because you cannot. In such markets you cannot just do things by halves, okay, because you will be outperformed by others. So it requires energy, effort, time, investing in yourself and taking risks, right? So I don't know why I was talking about this, but I hope you got a couple of ideas from this. Those Everything I say, it usually comes from my own experiences and what I learned on my way in my sports betting career for 25 years now. So this year, 25 years of betting. Of course, not all years were successful, but eventually I escaped 9 to 5, and for now couple of years I don't have any other job. It's sports betting, running my own business, and this was everything because of sports betting. Because once I made success with sports betting, then I started doing only this. Okay. Anyway, where we are now: Miami Heat, Cleveland, Toronto, Indiana, Brooklyn, Atlanta. Based on my projections, Atlanta should be minus 4.5. Bookmakers minus 4. Again, we don't have odds yet from bookmakers, so I would stay away from this game. And then we have Milwaukee Bucks against Boston Celtics. Okay, so as you see, I made two projections. Okay, one is without Damian Lillard, okay, and other one is with Damian Lillard. So if Milwaukee Bucks will not play, just a second, I will just do it one more time. Milwaukee Bucks with Celtics. So I'll just check it here where I have players. Damian Lillard is in the lineup. Uh, Boston should be minus 11. So we have a value with Boston Celtics. This is 3.5 difference, right? It is still not 5. But if you can speculate with Lillard a little bit, uh, and if he will not play, and if you can be quick, then Boston Celtics minus 5.5, I think is a good bet. Okay, he's questionable for today. Maybe he will play. I don't know. But once this information will come out, this will be qualified bet. I will probably monitor this line during the day and information, and maybe I can take an action if I can grab something good. Maybe minus 5, minus 4.5. I don't believe that the line will go down, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And if he will be in the lineup, the line can change as well. So this is one questionable game today because I simply don't have information if Lillard will play. So if you have this information and if you have my betting model, you simply change Damian Lillard in the lineup, uh, or put him away from the lineup, and you get two different lines. Okay. So right now, this is not a qualified bet for me, but it is very close, and I'm thinking about taking Boston Celtics minus 5.5. Okay. Clippers, San Antonio Spurs. I have San Antonio plus 7, bookmakers plus 9. Maybe they are slightly underrated at home. Sacramento Pelicans. This could be close game. I would stay away from this game. As you see, my line is close to 50-50. Bookmakers favor a little bit more Kings. There might be also some lineup changes, and the spreads could be a little bit different if you reproject with newest lineups. But it is too close. I don't believe that one reserve player will change significantly the spreads for, I don't know, 5 points. Chicago Bulls, Oklahoma, my projected lines and bookmakers lines are basically the same. Philadelphia 76ers, Minnesota Timberwolves. This is my only qualified bet so far. I have Philadelphia and Minnesota at zero, so 50-50 game, right? So my betting model doesn't give any team advantage, and bookmakers have Minnesota Timberwolves at minus 5.5. I checked the lineups. It looks like both will play with the lineups that are listed right now, and I made projections with them. And Philadelphia plus 5.5 is qualified bet. I think it is a 50-50 game. We get 5.5 points, and this is one unit qualified bet. Memphis, Houston. I have Houston at minus 2.5, bookmakers minus 5.5. So maybe small value with Memphis to cover this 5.5. Okay, Utah Jazz, Portland, bookmakers still don't have the odds, which means that there might be some lineup changes for both teams. I don't know, but based on my projections, Portland should be small favorite at home. If we can get them at +4, +5, +3 as well, this could be a qualified bet. Once you reproject the lines with newest stats, the stats will probably be updated quickly as well. So once you make projections and once serious bookmakers will offer the odds, then this could be also qualified bet. So I have Boston minus 5.5 and Portland if they will be underdog. If I will decide once I reproject and get the news, then I will add the comment below. If there will be no comments, I will not add because I will not create a new video. Okay. Golden State Warriors, Phoenix Suns. Those are my projected odds, and Dallas Mavericks against Lakers. Those are my projected odds. As you see, there are still no bookmakers odds, so there also might be some changes in the lineup. So simply reproject the lines. But some soft bookmakers I saw they have Dallas as a small favorite. So there might be some value with Lakers. I think Dallas lost 2 straight games right now. And when we talk about Utah and Portland, they both have negative record, right? Utah is 4-11 or something like that, and Portland is 3-10 or something like that. So both negative record. Portland at home. This I don't know. This might be a qualified bet later, but we cannot make comments without the lines from bookmakers because a bet is always combination of your analysis and bookmakers odds. Okay, this is sports betting talk. If we try to pick winners without bookmakers lines, this is then just sports fans talk. Okay, so that's it from me. I hope these numbers and my comments can help you to make your betting decisions on NBA tonight. Remember, NBA is one of the sharpest markets in the world. Never blindly follow anyone. Following in general is, I believe, and this is what I saw in my 20 years experience in sports betting, is usually a losing strategy because there are so many factors to become a successful sports bettor from right mindset, bankroll management, making your analysis, moving the lines, what to do with the profit, where to bet, how to pick games, how to spread your betting skills, what to do with betting models which are not working, with your analysis, with your strategy. So it is much more complex. So my advice: don't blindly follow anyone's picks because if you don't understand what is his strategy, what is his methodology, and what is he doing with bets, because sometimes you know. Uh, for example, we have a sports bettor who is sharing picks. He has, I don't know, 1 million in assets. Betting represent only, I don't know, 10% of his portfolio. He's betting, I don't know, $1,000 per game. Okay, for example, and he doesn't care if he will lose 10 games in a row because his overall portfolio is more than 1 million, right? And sometimes he will change the strategy. Sometimes he will change the methodology, and then you have on the other side a sports gambler uh, who doesn't have a bankroll. He has less 300 American dollars, and he decided that today he will bet all 300 American dollars either on one game or on three games. And then, of course, one bet week, bet month, one bet day happens, and the guy with uh, assets, $1 million assets, and which where betting represents only 10% of his portfolio, of course he will not blink with his eye. While on the other side, a sports gambler with his last 300 American dollars, he will be angry on himself, on players, on handicapper. So don't blindly follow anyone. It is very important to take full responsibility for your actions. So whatever you push, when you push the button bet no, it is 100% your responsibility. I know my followers, my people who watch this video, uh, I think you're a little bit different because I talk about this all the time. But if you're some new follower, new viewer or subscriber or follower or whatever, I think this is some good reminder that we need to take full responsibility if we decide to bet. Okay, I'm very happy with my community. I know that my videos have, I don't know, 50 views, but I do this for you, for you, for 20, 50 or whatever. And this is why I try to be honest. I don't try to please anyone, because I don't see any point if I say something which will attract more people, give them false hope. I don't think that in the long run this will not work. Although I think that it could be more attractive, I could get probably more views if I can make a little bit more attractive videos. But I think for the long run, I think being honest, and no matter if the truth hurts, I think being honest is crucial, and I think this can help most of the people. Okay, so this is how it is, and this is how I think. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong with everything that I say, but this is how I think. This is what I learned on my way, and of course next year I will say something differently, because I hope I will not think the same as I think right now, because then it would only mean that I didn't grow. But I hope that you get a couple of ideas from my video. Okay, so whatever you decide, I wish you good luck and see you next time.